What if I told you that everything you've been ever told about healing, transformation, awakening, ascension has only just scratched the surface of the truth of what we need to break free from the matrix? That breaking free from suffering is not just about reprogramming, but dissolving the very constructs of the matrix of limitation that have been embedded in the unconscious, that have kept humanity in loops, the karmic loops we call about, for eons of time. We're not here to fix it. We're not here to fix the past. We are here to dissolve it completely, in which needs to be done in order to break free from the matrix. So we can finally break free from the karmic cycle, the karmic wheel, whatever you want to phrase it for yourself. Get out of the karma cycle and step into true creation. We are standing at a very pivotal point in evolution where all the gates are aligning, the veils are thinning, where we can step into this true connection with the divine. As this veils thin and timelines converge, a sacred choice emerges. And each of your souls are being called to that. That's that itching you're feeling to get more deeply connected with yourself. Will you remain bound to the old matrix, or are you going to step into your true divine self? To step beyond the matrix into unity consciousness, guided by the knowing of your soul, by connecting to the superconscious. Before we go any farther, let's introduce ourselves. I'm Julie.
And I'm Tim.
And we are Tim and Julie from Sedona.
All right, so like you, we've been on this long road of awakening, chiseling away at the karmic wheel, moving 2 steps forward, 1 step back. We dove deep into the teachings of the quantum field and the sacred principles of alchemy. That is when we found our breakthrough. We've done a lot of these cycles that I think you have as well. So the alchemy principles is really the methodology that has truly opened up our field and for us to work together to break through what our cycles have been as well. So we're not excluded from those cycles. So we've learned how to enter the quantum field, reconnect to our soul's truth, and dissolve lifetimes of distortions. This is the foundation of Quantum Alchemy Fusion.
And we came to realize we're not in this alone. We've been in a few programs ourselves where we've been seeing people go through humongous cycles of program after program after program because their soul is seeking. They're seeking their soul, actually, is a better way of putting it, of getting reconnected to who they truly are. There's such a yearning within right now that we are just driven to get connected back to our true soul essence. So many consciousness seekers, whether you're a healer, a transformer, a mystic, a light worker, it doesn't matter if you're doing Reiki or whatever. We've been doing this work and you've been just hitting the same walls. 2 steps forward, 1 step back.
Yep. So even after years of transformation work that we've done together and individually, people like ourselves have remained stuck in the patterns that they can't explain. And we guide the people we're guided to teach each other how to finally access their inner freedom. And we're going to share with you how we have done it for ourselves and how we have seen work for our clients. But first, we need to expose some truths.
Correct. So the Matrix is real. I love the Matrix movies, right? And you can spend your lifetime, in fact, we've spent eons of lifetime stuck in this cycle of all these imprints and implants and stuck in our unconscious that's been driving the ship instead of the superconscious, which is where our soul connects. It is a deep program of unconscious beliefs, fears, stress, grief, abandonment. All of those things are buried into those programs. Our ancestral contracts, false belief systems. It's so deeply embedded, we've come to believe that that is the truth of who humanity is and who we are.
So let's talk about the 10 lies the world tells us.
Yeah, these are some of my favorites. Okay, and this a lot of times is connected to our fears as well. So it's all connected. So when we get into the program, you'll see that. So lie number 1, you are broken and need fixing. Well, I mean, if that isn't the theme of everything, and that's so many, unfortunately, so many of the teachers actually believe that unknowingly, that they're actually keeping you in the matrix. Lie number 2, Your worth is measured by productivity, and this is one that Tim and I really identify with because we are workaholics, and so we're trying to break that pattern as well. Why number 3, you must suffer to grow. What a bunch of BS. Seriously, you can do more transformation when you're sitting in love, peace, and harmony
Absolutely.
of the unity consciousness, and then you can tap into yourself. You need external validation to be seen. Man, if this isn't just so relevant that you'd have no worth, you're unworthy basically, unless you're seen.
Yeah, social media propagates that. So
The answers lie outside of you. They all come from within. That's really, truly in alignment with yourself. You have to learn how to love, how to create abundance and peace when that is actually our natural state. Your mind is the highest authority. You know, the mind has a real purpose, but it's your heart, people.
Exactly.
That everything drives through the heart because that's how we connect to our souls. Just thinking positive will change everything. I am personally not a fan of affirmations. They've never worked for me. So, wrong. And you're alone on this path. And I think that creates so much separateness in this world.
Yeah.
The biggest crust that we have in the world in general is separateness. We don't see ourselves.
Well, it's a classic.
together.
It's easier to divide and conquer than to deal with the people all coming together and was one with the one voice. So anyway, so here's a few personal lies. If I speak my truth, I'll be abandoned. Ooh, okay. So there's a lot of lies we tell ourselves that are important. I wrote a book around this. It's Liar, Liar, Pants on Fire, and the Wisdom of Spirit Dog. And these are some of the personal lies that I found that are really embedded in our psyche. So another lie. They'll only love me if I stay small. Hide under the covers. Don't put your neck above. So I can't show my pain. Every time we believe these lies, we take another step away from our soul. The true authenticity and the embracing your authentic self is a key piece of this success, is breaking through that. And if you cannot be authentic with yourself, how are you going to be authentic with the outside world?
Right. And we were never meant to live in these lies, obviously. And the big key word out there for the last 5-10 years has been find your authenticity. You can't do it from outside. You have to go through the heart, and the best place to really connect again is 0 point through the quantum field.
It's all about the inner journey, baby.
All about the inner journey.
All about the inner journey, baby. All right. So since birth, we've been programmed, unconscious mind programming, subconscious redirected, ego distorted. We keep repeating the same patterns. You recognize this pattern? Okay. Fear, pain, rejection. You know, it's time to reclaim your sovereignty.
Yeah, so true, Tim. Our soul was never meant to carry lifetimes of pain and limitation. And again, a lot of that was infused into the matrix, and that's not even ours. It's not even the freaking truth. You weren't meant to have this suffering. You were meant to live in divine freedom, in connecting with your soul essence.
With abundance and freedom and connected with source.
Yep, to create from your soul, to stop surviving from ego. And ego is actually here to support our divine essence. That was also mutilated, manipulated, and embedded through the unconscious instead of the subconscious. So to dissolve the past and keep transforming is a cycle that can go on forever and ever if you don't break out of the matrix.
So key thing is not changing your past, that you're really dissolving. It's key thing you just said, because most people think that they're just going to have a new affirmation and change their timeline. In reality, is you have to really dissolve it, and you need to rewrite your access to your truth, and you have to dissolve it.
Very cool. So that's what we love about Quantum Alchemy Fusion, and someday we'll tell you the story how that came up. But it came first, and then we discovered what that meant. So that was following our truth. And it's just an example of why we feel so strongly about bringing this information to the people, is because of our own journey of how to get here and how to bring the alchemy principles in with the quantum field.
So one thing that we didn't cover, and it's important to say this, okay, because you may resonate with it, is Julie and I have been on our spiritual and evolution path for at least 2 decades. At least 2 decades. And we've done that rinse and repeat just like you are. And it wasn't until the superconscious and the alchemy and quantum alchemy that came together is when we found the secret and how the things are broken. And we've gone through a lot of shit together. And I don't mean just lightweight stuff. So we are, our couple relationship, we work on that every day in the quantum. So, in this 2-hour experience, we will share why dissolving unconscious contracts and distortions restores your soul essence. Let me say that again. Dissolving the contracts and distortions restores your true essence. How to break free from fear, scarcity, karmic loops. We'll show you how to do a meditation that connects you with the quantum field and your soul's truth. It is not us teaching, it is your higher self, and it is your soul connection that is going to bring your vibrance out. We'll show you how to restore the superconscious, subconscious self-connection and how it changes everything.
Absolutely. So we're going to go back to this, what I said earlier. We're empowering you. The techniques empower us individually. And it wasn't until we really took on our own power, brought it back in, could we actually traverse through the path that we were taking on recently when we stepped into the phrase, letting go of everything is how we had previously known it. And it's a journey, and you need to be supported in that. So Quantum Alchemy Fusion offers us a new beginning into connecting with our true essence and living life from that perspective.
So, here's the invitation. Are you ready to break free from the karmic wheel? To live your soul's truth? If you are, the gateway is open.
The matrix will fall away when you do this. It will have no power over you any longer because you're no longer functioning from your unconscious, but your superconscious. So the veils are thinning. And when you get to the other side, even as you start touching the other side, you're going to realize that the tribe that you made this soul agreement with is going to be there, or they're going to be showing up. It's key that we show up. Once you get this information, once you start doing the practices, that you fully show up. And that's one of the other things, that lie about staying small. Boy, does that hit you in between the eyes, because then you're afraid you're going to lose all your friends, your family, they're not going to understand you. I mean, all that noise in your head is going to go off the charts. Just be centered and be present.
And keep in mind that noise in your head isn't always your mind. It is influences that may be wanting you to be off track. And you know what I mean. You end up with karmic agreements, dark forces. We work in the field where we can dissolve those, and through contract breaking processes to really help you through this process. And we helped ourselves through this process with our family. We had to create boundaries, everything. So this is what has worked for us, and we're going to share what works for us. So on that, it starts now.
It does. This is not just another method. This is a pathway. This is a pathway to your empowerment. This is a pathway of taking ownership of your life. And it's not about me or Tim or anybody else doing it for you. We can only show you some of the key skills, and then you get to empower yourself and run with it.
Absolutely. Till next time, click on the spot to reserve your spot below, and we will see you online, and join us in our program.
So join us on this journey of breaking through the karmic wheel, breaking through the matrix, breaking free into your own soul awareness. Look forward so much to seeing you on the other side.
Lots of love.
Bye for now.
Bye.